My name is Ben Collins. I'm the managing partner of Connex Partners. What we wanted to do is to create a really unique community of business people that could leverage each other. Because business people and leadership particularly is a pretty lonely place, and finding ways for them to connect with each other around problems, issues, or just to support each other in their various different roles. So pretty interesting concept and idea. And of course, as time has gone on, technology has really allowed us to do a lot more and make that a lot easier to do in ways that people like to do, whether it be interactive online or whether it be face-to-face or virtual. The member community, at the end of the day, is about leaders being able to learn from each other. And the way I always think about this is if you're let's say a CFO of a hospital or a CHRO of a company, and you're encountering a problem or a challenge, probably for you it's the first time you've hit that challenge. But for other people in that role, in other companies and other organizations around the country, they've actually dealt with that challenge. It's not a novel challenge for a CFO to deal with or a CHRO to deal with. So the trick is, how do I find those people when I need to and get their advice? It's always been hard to get in front of people to sell services, complex services, senior decision makers. They're incredibly busy and challenged. So trying to get their attention if you don't know them is incredibly difficult. The reality is, of course, they do need help. And so connecting them to the right partner who can help them achieve an objective or solve a problem is critical. And so we help them do that. And of course, the partner really it needs to be talking to people that have a problem that's not just something that, hey, we need to solve this, but it's something that's really, really high priority. Because if you're not in that top quartile of priorities for an executive, particularly in healthcare, then I don't think you're going to get anywhere, right? It's just they just don't have the time to get to the nice to haves, or yeah, that's important, but hey, I've got a house burning down, I really need to put that fire out. And that's the reality in healthcare, certainly. And then for human capital management, I think the same things apply, right? That it's very difficult to get in front of people, particularly at the right time. It's an awful lot easier if you have relationships like we do to help get you in front of those people. And it's also important, I think, that when you're in front of those people that you have the right messages, right? Or the right value proposition that resonates and all that kind of stuff. So that's really where we help our partners, is to not only get in front of people at the right time, but successfully navigate those conversations to follow up and ultimately into business. The values and culture of the company is a non-negotiable. All right, those are the things that absolutely are critical to have the right people in place. You have to have people who share values and enjoy and share the culture, because look, there's lots of places people can work. We want to have the right people be at our organization and be there a long time. And that's not, of course, people want to be paid and all those kinds of things. Compensation is important, but actually, I think the most important thing people are looking for is a place they want to be. And that comes down to having just a shared values and people you want to be around. So yeah, culture is a really critical piece, particularly in a virtual company, right? In a company that, as we've moved in the pandemic to become a distributed company and actually focused our business around that, so no longer having an office and saying, let's just do this really well. Culture is an interesting thing because it's not the same as when you're in an office every day, but it's super important, right? Because yes, it's nice to be home and nice to be flexible and all those things, but you still want to have the relationships and the central culture that pulls people together to a shared mission.